Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Jesse, we're
Yeah, we're
good,
doing
man. How
great.
are you, dude?
Yeah, good, man. Just getting the day going.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for carving out some time and spending some time with us in advance of the show here on St. Patrick's Day. We appreciate it. How did things go? I mean, things just kicked off. How did it feel?
It's been great. Yeah, we're a couple shows in, and the crowds have been great. The bands have been great. The vibe's awesome. We're just happy to be back out here doing the new stuff. It's exciting, man. I'm stoked.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've got a new album from you, This Consequence, which is awesome. Of course, we're playing, I believe, here. But it's been a minute since you guys had put down some recorded music, and it was a long, expansive time. What did you guys do with that time?
Half of it was COVID, so that was a lot of self-reflection and wondering what to do without music, live music. The other half was just getting back on the road again, getting our feet back in the game, and having a new appreciation for touring and just kind of getting back on our feet, really. And then once that was said and done, and we had our mojo back, then it was like, all right, now it's time to throw down on a new record. So yeah, it took a little time, but well worth it for me. Well worth it.
Yeah, and I mean, unless what I saw was wrong, kind of the album had been done for a little bit, and it felt like it was going to come out towards the ass end of last year, and then that got bumped to this year. Was it just because you wanted some tweaks and final finishes on it, or was it just a delay because these things get delayed sometimes?
Yeah, tweaks and final finishes for sure. We wanted to make sure the mix was where we wanted it to be. Song selection, kind of deciding what songs made the record and what didn't. It was a very careful process. We really wanted this album to be everything that it should be, a nice, short and sweet punch in the face. So yeah, it took a little time.
Yeah, is it hard sometimes for you guys because maybe the old frog in a boiling pot of water kind of thing. You guys being together for so long now. Is it hard sometimes for you to see like, hey, this is a Kill Switch Engage song? Is it something you know right away that like this is what we're about? Is that something that's just innate for you guys, or is it something you have to work at?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think we kind of all know how to do our thing, but on this record, the standard was set a lot higher. I think we all, especially me, I was getting a lot of feedback on how to do things. And I think it really helped me look outside the box lyric wise and vocal wise. And it pushed me to do something a little different. It's still a Killswitch record. It's not a huge departure from our sound, but if you're really paying attention, there's nuances there, both lyrically and vocally, that I'm pushing to do something that's got a fresh feel to it. So as much as we have honed the Killswitch sound, I think all of us are a little eager to like push a little outside of that here and there. I think with this record, bringing in a little more extreme metal, some hardcore into it, and just a feeling of desperation and anger, which I think was necessary for this record.
Yeah, you had mentioned a punch in the face, anger on this last. The record certainly resonates that, and it sounds like that was done on purpose. Not that's a great way to get out some aggression, I imagine, right?
Yeah, I mean, everyone can relate. Look at the world we're living in, man. Look at the division that's amongst us as people. And for me, I'm just trying to kick back, push back on all that with a righteous anger. It's not a hate-filled anger. It's an anger because I know we can do better as a human race. I know we can do better in our country. So it's to me, it's passion fueled, but there's definitely some anger behind that for sure. Frustration.
Yeah, and you fulfilled all of that, and then the tour itself does that too. I mean, you've got some. I mean, Fit for a King is amazing, Frozen Hour, and then Kubla Khan TX. I mean, they're the kind of like the new up and coming it when it comes to that hardcore sound. Taking those guys out on the road, how has that been getting to know those guys?
Oh, it's great. So yeah, the lineup, Frozen Souls, like old school death metal, which we all love. Fit for a King's kind of a little bit more of a metal core. There's some really good melodies in there, good songwriting. And then Kubla Khan TX, they're like, we call them like the hate breed of now. Like they're kind of like that. You just want to break stuff when you hear them, and they got great energy on stage. The singer is definitely full of life character. I love it. The lineup is awesome. And to watch our fans and their fans commingle, the vibe's been immaculate and diverse enough too, where you're not going to get bored on this lineup. It's great.
Jesse Leach joins us, of course, Killswitch Engage on St. Patrick's Day in town at the Rev Center. You can listen for tickets. You can also grab them at xrock.com. Jesse, you had also mentioned it had been a while since you guys had been on the road and been on a stage and performed live, especially here in North America. Is it like falling off a bike, man? You kind of get back up there and you know exactly how it is, or did you kind of have to get back into the swing of things and the vibe of stuff?
I think there's always a little bit of time to get back into it. You know, the first show you're just full of nerves. It was fun, but I'm sure the performance wasn't the greatest. But that's what it's all about. You kick off the rust. Couple shows in, you're like, all right, now we're kicking it because we record our sets and listen to them. So all the flaws are hanging out and we can't escape it. But that's how you get better as a band. So as we listen to the recordings as we're going, it's like, all right, that song's getting better. That song's getting better. So I feel like the machine is now well oiled where we are about a weekend. And that's when things start to get really, really going.
As Nick had mentioned, you're going to be here on St. Patrick's Day. So, you've got a tour, you've got stuff that you do at your show. When it comes to, holidays and playing on those sort of things, do you have an opportunity to integrate that somehow? I mean, St. Patrick's Day, there's going to be a lot of beer flowing and people having a good time. How do you look at that when you're on tour as far as, doing something on stage and that sort of stuff?
Yeah. I think with Killswitch, the beer is always flowing. But yeah, specifically St. Patty's, I know we're going to be getting a bunch of extra Guinness, and there'll definitely be something on stage. I've got Irish heritage I'm quite proud of. So I'm sure we'll do something beer filled and maybe whiskey fueled as well. It's just all about having a good time no matter what. But you land it on a holiday where people traditionally drink, it's probably going to get a little sloppy.
Sure.
We are looking forward to it, man. Well, listen, we appreciate the time, sir. We know you're out on the road. Thank you very much for carving out a couple of minutes for us. You guys travel safe. We'll see you on Monday. All right.
Looking forward to it, guys.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jesse.
brother.
Hell yeah.